Hey, are we in? All right. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Game is up. Okay. We are good to go, I think. Oh, it's a new character. What am I gonna do? Wait. I'm gonna obviously wait, as we do. Okay. Hopefully that little issue doesn't happen next time where it decides to create a stream, not let me in, and then figure it out. Yeah, I was gonna go with like Eorzeon on Twitch, but I'm not even streaming on Twitch. And, wait, I'm not in yet. Well, I've got to go through the opening cutscene anyway. So meet me, I guess, in Ul'dah. Yo, this is throwback, because I started this game in, what, like, 2010? I think I've skipped the cutscene every single time since then, but it's kind of magical.
Here. Here. Feel.
Also, coming back with context kind of hits different. Like, you know what's going on and who things are. And it's kind of fun.
Hear. Feel. Think.
Not gonna lie, Paladin glamours are like almost always just awesome. Hey, hey you! This mysterious voice. You alright, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. You there. Halt! Tiny little Ul'dah. What's this all about? Inspection. Men search the carriage. Bro. So rude. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So, don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. It doesn't look that old. Sir, look, Somnus. Is that ever mentioned again? Somnus? Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days. Unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Ooh, wow! I always love those. Amalja, Amalja, to arms, to arms! Seven quacks. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you! But what about the fine for the somnus? We're losing money here. Dang. Whew! That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. They'll have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. I know, right? He's like a level 35 brass blade or something, right? Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Okay, well, like, what else am I gonna do? I'm stuck on the cart, guy. Them youngins don't care much for conversation, see? Can we just, like, appreciate the simplicity of the, like, the clothing here? Yo, I actually forgot this guy had a name. Brent's the name, and Pedlin's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. You'll be appreciating the simple clothes for a while leveling, so true. But I'm Eorzeon, I live in this garb. What was it that first attracted you to it? Oh. What should I say? This is gonna affect my entire future. I guess I'm doing this for other people, so I have to go with the win glory angle. Gloria? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame by what coin can't buy. You gave him nothing! That's so rude. He's just a nice man trying to talk to you. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. It's been so long since I actually started a game and watched it. Is this always the same guy that goes in to town with you? Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? Definitely not. I've been here about 400 times. But of course it ain't. Still, might be as this journeyed itinerant has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Oh, interesting. So I'm curious who the other two are, and what they're like. If they are also, as you say, nice, understanding men. They all look alike and start with B-R-E. Interesting. Ul'dah's ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. The loyal Royals. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah and politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need, breed, and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold. Brennan, Bremont, and Brent.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance, Her name, Ul'dah.
I like it.
Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
Yeah. The ARR narrator.
One whose
Good
arrival
voice.
could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. He sounds wizened. So true. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Guaranteed, my man. Guaranteed.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
For by fire are we reborn. Nice. And I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm going to appreciate a lot more this time through. Ul'dah's daytime music hits so well. I love it. It makes the city seem even more alive. Oi, adventurer! Over here! This guy. Hi, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Eh? How can I tell? Name's Wymond, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge, even. Just this once, like. It's always the shiftiest looking guys in those glasses. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity, rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. I am currently using mouse and keyboard, though I may actually end up playing on controller just to see how it goes. Basic controls, turn the camera, blah blah blah, except this is terrible! Who would live like this? Look at this, walking backward and then... No! That's garbage. Oh, you can like run away from him and he'll like tell you to come back. Interesting. So no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do Legacy because the other camera is just not okay in any way, shape, or form. And then, I wonder what happens if you actually turn that off. Feels like it's the same, you know? I'll just put that on. Initiating quests. I know how to initiate quests. And I'm going to initiate all of them. Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. Boy, I've been here more times than I can count. If I let you go wandering off to the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. I wonder why he's so keen to help us, fresh off the carriage. So before you do anything else, you want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild, and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventurer. Like, bro, you just said you wanted to help me out. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Okay. That's gross. Positioning, though. And size, so... Oh, my hotkeys! My hotkeys don't work. Keybind. Shortcuts... I'm gonna have to set up a whole lot of things. And I don't remember exactly where this particular one is. I want the HUD one. But for now, I'm just going to do HUD layout. I'm going to go up here. We're going to make it a little bigger. He's got an eye for the people. I want you to owe him. He wants you to owe him down the road. I could import them, yes. But what I'm actually going to do is kind of go through everything from the basics and show people how things work one little bit at a time. I'm glad that I went with legacy type, but let's also move some stuff around just a little bit so that I can see. Let's get that out of the way. We'll move that down, and that down, and we'll make that a little bit bigger. Actually, we'll go 140 and 140. Just getting some stuff out of the way, and then using Control and up to move my character down. And the reason I want to do that is so that I can actually see the middle of my screen. I want to be able to see attacks. I want to see where things are. Make that a little bit bigger. Talk to Momodi. I'm not gonna do like female voices. I have too deep a voice. I'm not very good at that. So they're just gonna be read like normal. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Well, considering this is the Adventurers Guild, yeah. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into the 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, and I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. These are kind of like really important world-building details. And this is such an early thing you might just skip it and miss a lot. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, perfectly silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, well, let them not be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All that I ask is that you'll lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, promise is a promise now. I literally just nodded. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. Yeah, for real. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Momodi is a very straight talker. Not even just here, like, anytime you interact with her. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name on the register. Neat as you can. Eorzeon Exploreon. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Mr. Exploreon. Oh no, people are going to refer to me by that surname like a lot. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you the money. Okay, look. As a Lalafell, I can say... It makes sense that this dude's a Lalafell. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two attend to this scum. And of course he has someone else do his dirty work. No, please, mercy! Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. So she's just, like, letting this happen. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Good grief, she's, like, savage. Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Which makes me wonder if Thancred has less game than he would like you to think, and he comes and talks to Momodi. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Eorzeon. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Alright. Complete. And I am on a preferred world, so let's see. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first steps of an adventure in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Momodi Modi, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. So yeah, I'm level 3 just because I talked to her. Like, insane. Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Yeah, I know, Road to 90 is insane. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. And, like, it's everything. Hunt logs included, so you're gonna get just this huge boost. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach the Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. Just looking quest NPCs in the eyes is enough to bump you a level, yeah. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a darn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one inside the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetheryte before, Eorzeon? If not, just lay your hand on the thing, and you'll see what I mean. On the thing. We don't lay our hands on the thing. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild, over at the Colosseum. Assuming that sword ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the Steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say everything's for sale in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the guild. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Eorzeon. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after the guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads have always have some good advice for up and coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to the small clothes without a guild to your name. Hi. Alright. So she tells me to go see the smith. What does he say? Oh, hey! Oh my goodness. It's a clone of me. Wait, why am I taller? Why am I... Like, I'm so much taller. What? Like... Like... How are you so short? Sanctuaries, main menu, and... Dude. It's like so close to being like another me. It's crazy. So the smith. What does the smith have to say? Greetings, I'm one of the smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you've but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My goodness, he's verbose. My fellow smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of mentor. Giggle. Let's see. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belt and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer you to accompany you on your adventures. I highly recommend you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Please do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all who have begun their adventures. There are also mentors. Yeah, we get XP bonus and there's the novice network. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, so these are the default hotkey. Yeah, dude, I chose the tallest setting. And did you choose the shortest? Because that is actually, like, a lot. Let's off to, let's see, the Aetheryte. Come along! Come along, brother! Oh, the first thing we need to do is hit this Aetheryte. Or Ethernet shard. Unless you already did. Let's see. Attuning with the shard has granted you access to the city-state's Ethernet. The Ethernet can be used for quick intra-city travel. And since we get jog after sprint, let's sprint basically everywhere. Big brother's catching up. It's definitely faster. He's got the experience, the age, the wisdom. Can he do it? Can it be done? Alright. Okay, I'm definitely not putting my hand on that. She lied to me. Oh, there's a cutscene. Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Because who else touches the Aetheryte like that? Excellent! Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. Apologize, but I do so relish the opportunity to make you that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of Aetherites. Allow me to explain. I love how this guy has a name. Like, you'll never see him again. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perhaps Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. Given that there's an Aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond your sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any Aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Oh, maybe he's there to ask. You can now use the return spell. But you haven't learned teleport, because I guess you don't have anywhere to teleport you. Alright, so yeah, like, here's the dude. You really can. Hail adventure. If you would know aught of the Aetherites and ethereal travel, I, Ninibaro, would be happy to assist you. There's like some scholar. In order to understand the workings of ethereal travel, one must first understand the nature of ether itself. Oh my goodness, he's like the wisest of brass blades. Ether is an invisible, intangible substance that exists all around us. That's crazy. It flows through every living being, including you and me. It is what sustains us, and without it we would perish. So it's the Force. Once the spirit departs the body due to death, our remains are reduced to ether, and returns to the ethereal river known as the life stream. Dude, there's like nuggets in here. However, it was long ago discovered that with sufficient control of one's spiritual energies, a man could deliberately reduce his physical form to ether without severing his connection between body and soul. So the spells known as Return and Teleport were born. Whoa, okay. A man could deliberately reduce his physical form to ether without severing the connection between body and soul. So you are ripping yourself to pieces and then reincorporating yourself. This is crazy. These crystalline agglomerations of ether, which are a common sight throughout Eorzea, are vital to ethereal travel. By touching an Aetherite, you can attune your body's ether with the crystal. Should you fall in battle and your body be reduced to ether, you may awaken back at the Aetherite with which you have the strongest resonance, your home point. I mean, that's kind of a goof, because like your body just lays there until you choose to return. With the proper training, however, you can resist the pull of your home point and travel to a different Aetherite. This is the technique commonly referred to as teleportation. But know that you can only travel to an Aetherite with which you have previously attuned. When visiting an unfamiliar area, you would do well to seek out the nearest Aetherite before engaging in any dangerous activities. In essence, Aetherites act as lodestones which allow us to move contrary to the natural flow of the life stream. But be fairly warned, to attempt ethereal travel without these lodestones is akin to suicide. So compared to teleport, return is less taxing on our spiritual energies as we are naturally drawn toward our home point. Huh. The Aetherite with which we have the strongest resonance. The spell can be cast quite quickly, making it ideal for emergencies. By way of drawback, you cannot select your destination at will. Return can only send you back to your home point. Teleport offers great versatility in that you can travel to the Aetherite with which you have any Aetherite with which you have previously attuned. However, it requires a great deal of spiritual energy known as anima to safely guide one's body and soul to the weaker ethereal beacon. Do not worry though, many adventurers recover quickly and are more than capable of frequent travel. That is assuming they can afford the costs involved. You see, in the Calamity, many of the Aetherite camps across Eorzea were completely destroyed. Rebuilding these camps came at a great expense, and the money which made this possible was lent by certain wealthy individuals. So this is why we have teleport fees, to pay back the rich dudes. The debt is being repaid to this day, and it is for this reason that we must levy a fee upon all those who use the teleport spell. Dude, they went like all out on the explanation there. Holy cow. Alright. Let's hit the next Ether. Oh wait. I'm exploring everything. I gotta talk to quests as I see them. Forgot. Yeah, no, like, how long has the Calamity been behind us now and we're still paying these teleport fees? Wyman would like to know what you think of Ul'dah. So how are you taking to Ul'dah, Eorzeon? Make any new friends in high places yet? Well, you'll have the Sultana's ear one day. I hope you won't have... When you have the Sultana's ear one day, I hope you won't have forgotten about old Wyman. As long as you're here, maybe you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will give you some gil for your trouble. If only all the work in the city was this easy, huh? Then why haven't you done it? Oh, my chat covers my my map spot, so we'll also talk to Jajakuda on our way. Jajakuda the merchant is visibly perturbed and in need of some assistance. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours? Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming Central Thanalan. Actually, that fits really well with what I'm already going to be doing. So I may as well just do it. Josias, do you have business with Plot and Mirage this evening? I'm going to hand over and right-click, click, hand over. A missive from Wymond? Alright, then let's have a look. Bird is barren. Let the hounds feast. It's obviously like a code. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protection services. Unfortunately, for this particular petitioner, Wymond's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. So, rough. What I wouldn't give for a chance to spar with the Holy Fist. Alas, he refuses me every time I ask. I know I need more training, but still, what must I do to prove myself worthy? We'll get to that. Oh, Gelther. Gelther does not like the way you're looking at him, but we'll let it pass if you deliver a message for him. Easy enough. Hey you, I saw you looking at me. You got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do! Do you know Didalada? Short, broke, never pays what he owes? Yeah. That bleeding quack. Tell him to pay up, or I swear by the 12, I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like the second coming of Dalamud. If I see that little quack's face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp, like as not. So you go and tell him. Why don't you just threaten him to his face? Anyway, we have to go threaten Didalada. And we're on our way down here to go attune to the Ethernet shard anyway. Because we're just going to do everything in Ul'dah at once to make transportation easier. Hey look, Didalada, who I have never once in my life, I think, talked to. Oh, gods be good. Gelther's goon. Alright, I'll give back every gil I owe. I swear it, but no more beatings, I beg you. That's it? That's the whole quest? I literally just go and threaten this dude and I get 2 potions and some fire shards. Okay. Oh, he's got a quest for me. I'm chaining now. Alright. Gil for gold. Didalada needs help to repay a long overdue debt. Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. Ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. It was me dear departed mom's wedding ring. God's rest her soul, but she'll understand. Show it to Mamane over at the ossuary, and you'll get your coin. Alright. Dude. I have never realized, like, these quests take you exactly where you're going anyway. I have missed out on so much optimization and getting, like, what, couple hundred XP? What have I done with my life? Eorzea ossuary. I don't know that I've ever actually, like, looked at this place's name. So, Mamane. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Eorzea ossuary? 5 minutes in town, already shaking down the lesser fortunate. I know! And my own kin! My little Lala potatoes. What brings you to Eorzea ossuary? Right click. Oh, it's a gaudy ring. One look at this extravagant ring would make anyone question Didalada's mother's taste in finery. Whoa! Oh, jeez. That's harsh. You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of a Didalada? Very well. It is most unfortunate when such drastic measures have to be taken. And doubly so when the item in question is a fake! And such gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Holy cow! Yo, this town! This town is way more insane than I ever realized. Alas, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us.
What?
However, since this is a rather unusual circumstance, we will waive the fee this once. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. Which means it's probably, like, worth a lot, actually, and they're just, like, cheating me. Jeez. Ethers are useless. Potions are slightly less useless. So, while I'm here, I will talk to Erasmus. Erasmus of the Thaumaturgist Guild is preoccupied with his studies, but his brow is furrowed in a way that cries out for help. I am Erasmus of the Order of Naldthal, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of this region's fauna and the environs in which they dwell. For the dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can only come through knowledge of life. Like, that's actually really deep for being highly creepy. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanalan. But there is much work to be done here before that day. Aid me, brother. Bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Thank you. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. They're level 1, bro. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thanalan, by way of the Gate of the Sultana. Do take care. They can be feisty little critters when threatened. Hey! Another Popoto! Recognize this one. I think it's time for us to go smack around some, marmots and snapping shrews. Although we gotta talk to someone on the way about unholy matrimony. Oh, there's my other one. That's a good idea. Should throw on these friend requests. Where's the other little shorty? There's the other little shorty. Send the friend request. Boom! Okay. Hihito. Hihito has had enough of her husband's poor work ethic and needs someone to whip him into shape. How can the ossuary demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How can they expect him to pay for a rouge and sun-silk dresses and feed my marmot? Yo. Rouge and sun-silk dresses. Like, yo. Come on. Oh, if only I had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely he would be rewarded, maybe even promoted. Jeez. If things don't improve, it won't be long before I join the beggars in Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate, I beg you. Speak with my husband, Bobonima, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Coliseum entrance, wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. Alright, I gotta see this. Oh my goodness, you are so short. Your hair is tall. Your hair is tall. Oh, I love it. Alright. We rolling over to go find this poor deadbeat husband, who, by the way, I have probably never talked to in my life either. Thrill awaits you on the Blood Sands. George Galleon Gut. He's my favorite. What does this guy have to say, if anything? Nothing. Oh, Gal. Bobonima. Hi, I'm Bobonima. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. Oh my goodness. That is if you believe the harpy I have for a wife. She never cooks, she never cleans, she just gallivants around spending my hard-earned money, and now I see she's speaking ill of me to bloody strangers. Well, if you're hell's-bent on meddling in my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these Franz the Fair flyers and posting them on the walls inside the Coliseum. I've got a long night ahead of me standing out here, so I won't be getting to it anytime soon. When you've finished, go and tell Wolken at the Gladiators Guild. He should give you something for your trouble. I guess he's the one that hired them for the job. Let's see what else he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's main event, the Prince of the Blood Sands and Pride of Ul'dah, the suave southern dandy, Franz the Fair. Hang on, got a question. Oh shoot, all my hotkeys. Should be working. Alright, let's go check where we can put these flyers. And then we'll talk to Genevieve, since she's here. Franz the Fair Flyer. Let's close that up. There, Franz the Fair Flyer. Let's just check this. Yeah, should be good. Sig, are you having any problems with it? Alright, we're gonna go hit up Genevieve. Hang on, gotta make sure somebody can get on the stream for a sec. We're just gonna turn that off. We're gonna do live streaming. Here. Add Signet. Try this. Okay. Hey Signet, I just sent you a link in Discord. So give that a try, see if that changes anything, okay? Alright, so Genevieve. Ah! What have you done? Your kind has no business to even look at a lady such as I. Such shocking, unbelievable insolence. And now look at how my gill is scattered across the ground. Pick it up right this instant. Like, jeez. Lady Genevieve wants you to gather the gill, which you caused her to drop onto the ground. Wow. That is literally the worst. I do not converse with commoners. Man, I could just, like, walk away with them. I am in Ul'dah, after all. You know, when you actually do the interactions of the quests with a purpose, it makes them less of a chore, because you're actually kind of exploring, seeing the world building of Ul'dah, like this huge discrepancy between rich and poor. My gill, now! And there had better not be not missing. Here, have your gill. This appears to be everything. What are you still staring at? Are you expecting some kind of reward? The insolence! I got 102 gil to give her 5 gil. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Entire life. Alright, we have Gladiators Guild here, so we can go talk to Wolken. You helping Bob and Nima? Well, ain't that charitable of you? Franz has got pretty popular of late, and his fans keep stealing these flyers and taking them home as souvenirs. As souvenirs. I see you've met Bob and Nima's wife. Now I understand. Sorry to hear you got caught up on all that. If you ask me, they're made for one another, but that's not my place to judge. Any road, we appreciate your help. Oh, he's got more for me. Beat red, beetles beat red. Wolken at the Gladiators Guild is muttering frantically to himself about an infestation of ladybugs in the region. Carried your quack in here looking for work, eh? Well, you're in luck. Just so happens I have a deed what needs doing. Wild ladybugs have been wreaking bloody havoc on the outskirts of town. Something's in the air of late. It's made them ornery as an oryx in a rut. Oh, gotta get my chat back up. This is where we go. This whole mess for 5 gil, right? Yeah. Ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers they're more than a match for any merchant who's seen more days than... What? But in numbers, these ladybugs are more than a match for any merchant. That's insane. Well, what would it be? Fancy putting down 4 or so of the buggers, don't you? So, oh, I'm supposed to actually talk to her too, because I'm her gladiator. Welcome to the Gladiators Guild, friend. Tell me, are you new to the thrills of Mortal Kombat? Well, whether you are or not, you are new to us. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing to and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there's no other way if you mean to take to the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place in the public of entertainment. Place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? That's a reference, isn't it? There's not an Ul'dah alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man, yep. And there's no truer embodiment of this than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy. And if your soul stirs, join us. Well, to be quite honest, even though I told the guy glory at the beginning, I'm really not in it for the money and the glory. I'm not in it to be a blood sport gladiator. I'm in it to be a paladin. So I'd rather be like the honor and virtue guy, but I have to go through being this, like, mercenary type dude that's bloodthirsty first? That seems a little crazy to me. Lulutsu wishes to reaffirm your desire to join the Gladiators Guild. Well, what will it be? What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? Jeez. I will join the Gladiators Guild. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Eorzeon Explosion. Fresh meat coming through. There are so many quests, you're not even wrong. And they keep going. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, we must present yourself to First Sword Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval. Yeah, like there's another one right here. Zazariku needs an adventurer to pick up an order from the Goldsmiths Guild. Of course he does. Have you come to wish me luck? I appreciate the thought, but there's no need to worry. What? You don't know who I am? The next biggest thing that's coming to the Colosseum? Zazariku is my name, and you'll be hearing all about my exploits in the coming days. I've even thought of a title for myself. The Garnet Gladiator. Ooh. Which reminds me, I have yet to collect the circlet I commissioned from the Goldsmiths Guild. You wouldn't mind picking it up for me, would you? Of course I would. Alright, First Sword, Mila. We can just skip this though, right? No! Oops, I actually missed what she said. Alright. I heard Lulutsu, so you're Eorzeon Explosion. 'Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guildmaster here. Okay, cool. So you wish to study our arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. I think it's because of the shield. Perhaps you think it's the easiest to learn. I was going for the fact that you can't skip the thing, but I apparently skipped text. I read it. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. No, I'm not actually going to skip anything. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Eorzeon, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and, if it be your fate, die by it? Yeah, I guess so. Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Let's not waste time, shall we? I would gauge your aptitude for the sword. Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. A simple task, but essential to your training nonetheless. Now go. How is she gonna know? Like, honestly. Alright. Got a good group here. We got a pugilist and a gladiator, and I think there was a fourth who was a thaumaturge? I wonder if that's like an entrance to the Colosseum. This is the entrance to the Hypogeum. Somebody look up Hypogeum for me. I should have joined the Weavers Guild. Did you even try to hit him? This dude's just like casually waving his hand. Keep your shields up, again! These are my peeps. I gotta know their styles. Yeah. Dude is not even doing anything. And he's saying, yeah, oh, there it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Leveled conjurer. Oh, gotcha. That's what it was. Yep. Alright. Alright, let's, I think it's time to go and do our kills outside of the city. Although, maybe it's just better to hit all the Ethernet shards first. Because the Gladiators Guild is just downstairs from the easiest way to get upstairs. Although I want to hear what these guys have to say. Whoa! Anytime now, dearest. I just couldn't decide between the red or blue, so I bought both. As an answer to which did you end up choosing? And this poor dude. I actually don't even really know what the purpose of this jeweler is. There's nothing more beautiful than a woman with diamonds in her eyes and on her. If in half a bell she'll take her break and then... Oh, dude! Look at this little guy has a crush! Or there's a little... Oh, I see. Jeweler. There are so many little hidden snippets. Marcel. Dude, Lala's in stocking, for sure. Welcome to S-Times Aesthetics. Oh, wait. How do we know it's not a murder plot? Welcome to S-Times Aesthetics. Would you be of the inclination and the means to purchase our wares? I would direct you to the counter over there. Thank you. That's all you have to say. And yeah, like, it's just... Hang on. Flawless band. Hold up. From this simple ring, a lifelong bond begins. Shop selling price $30,000. What is this for? I gotta look this up. Flawless band. Huh. I have never gone through the process of actually being married in game. So that's the first time I've actually ever seen that. They'll truly buy you any necklace you want? That's crazy. Huh. Anyway. One misstep and it's to the stone's throw with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry, sir. Alright, so we go upstairs. Dude! This game's crazy. Lower your voice. One of his birds might hear. Lord Lolarito is not but a dirty old pinch... Or, a dirty old what? I didn't see it. Pinchgill. Hey, people aren't afraid to speak out, right? What was it we were searching for again? You don't even know what you're out looking for. The amount of NPCs that have, like, little dialogue is actually insane. If you ask me, to the quacks with him. I wasn't asking you. I mean, I'm probably not going to stop and check everybody's. That new maidservant? No, truly? Let's see what he's actually gossiping about. And she ran out of the Lord's chambers wearing naught but her knickers. Woo! Scandals! Dude, this place is a wild place. There's about a scandal in every 5 feet, though, I swear. Alright, any other juicy tidbits on the Chamber of Rule, or should we go to the, what's it called? Alchemist Guild. Like, what is this guy here to talk to for? Beyond these doors lies Scholar's Walk, where you'll find the Frunsdale Frontistery and the Heart of the Sworn. Like I'm supposed to know what a Frontistery is. Why, you nerds don't have anything to say even though you're chatting? That's so lame. Alright. What are you gossiping about? Nothing? You're just standing around? It's the worst water cooler ever. There's really, like, nothing going on here. Alright, what are you talking about? If I cannot talk my way into his heart, I'll poison my way into it! You're surely not serious, are you? Oh my gosh! It's my son. He's been having terrible night fits. When exactly do these episodes begin? See, that's good. Poisoning your crush is not. It's not a way. No manner of alchemy can bring her back, Father. But there must be a way. There must. Oh, bro. This poor guy. Yeah, like, they have, like, lives and stuff. Man. Game pulling on my heartstrings already. Guild supplier. I can't join the guild yet. Anyway. I never talked to this person. Luku or Lusu? I realize what it looks like to the untrained eye. No more than making medicine, day in and day out, right? But what if I told you I mix dyes as well? No, I suppose that's just as boring. God. Can we not use this water? Yes, but we must first remove the stagnation. Oh, can we not use this water? Yes, but we must first remove the stagnation. Bubble, bubble, toil, and bubble? Dude, I'm loving this. This is great. Alwyn has need of an adventurer to help him test a revolutionary new medicine. Yes, yes, yes! At last my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will eventually revolutionize alchemy as we know it. With just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventurer. While I produce more, I bid you take this patch to Pearl Lane. To a man there named Landibert. He is trusted by the other refugees. Persuade this Landibert to take my tonic. Yeah. Persuade this dude to take my untested tonic. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it's truly effective, it'll be a tremendous boon to the advancement of the alchemic arts and mankind at large. You're in it for the pocket gill. Omit even one of the ingredients and the results will be fatal. I see. 2 eyes of newt and 3 toes of frog. Are those even in-game ingredients? Come on. Do you sell eye of newt and toe of frog? No. Rude. Okay. So we did these ones. So we need to go Gladiators Guild and around to the Goldsmiths Guild, all the way up to the Pearl Lane. That's going to be probably our best way of collecting everything at once. More gossip. I have an idea for a 2-wheeled cart. You pedal with your legs. Why wouldn't you just ride a chocobo? Pfft, it's a terrible idea. It'll never work. Give up on your dreams, kid. Mammoth doesn't say anything. Don't these contraptions ever blink? They do not. Oh man. I'm actually like enjoying listening to their little snippets and tidbits. Eric, who will make a play later. Do not disturb me. Can you not see that I'm building a device to measure the fluctuations of the land's ether? Yes, I could see that you're building a device in your hands that are folded, and I could tell that it was for disturbance measurement. Alright, so I have to deliver the order slip. Zazariku's circlet? Just a moment, sir. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zazariku's exact specifications has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work, and we're still waiting on our next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to the Crooked Haft at the Miners Guild? My records indicate he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap it slipped his mind? Oh my goodness. How do you keep track of that inventory? Memedesu. As much as I enjoy the creative aspect of goldsmithing, drawing out the hidden potential of Eorzea's natural bounty and so forth, I understand that it is first and foremost a means to an end. What use is a masterpiece if no one will purchase it? Nothing. Yeah, I know. Road to 90 is going to be crazy. We're going to be level 90 before we hit Ul'dah, or before we leave Ul'dah. Welcome! But I just followed the designs to the letter. Alright, so now we have to hit the Miners Guild. It's crazy though, like, these quests are all following the perfect pathway that I discovered, like, without doing the quests. The last shipment was full of impurities. Will you lodge a complaint? I don't. Wasn't there this one dude that kept fishing in Ul'dah because he couldn't leave it? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. What does this guy say? Just get me a good handle on her. You ready yet? Just get a good handle. Mass Carnival. We'll get there eventually. Oh, and Bitter Snow. Bitter Snow's eyes are those of a man in love, wrought with worry and doubt. He appears to be waiting for someone who has yet to arrive. With a little lavender. What could be keeping her? My beloved Yellow Moon and I promised to meet at this very spot, but 2 bells have passed and I've nary a word from her. I hope she's alright. As much as I wish to go off and find her, I simply cannot. What if she were to come in my absence? Please, would you search for her in my stead? It's possible she's somewhere near the Weaver's Guild. She always enjoyed watching the... Do you think she's left me for someone more dapper? I try not to look a bumpkin, but I have no mind for fashion. No, you're killing it, guy. Hey, we're going to the Miners Guild. 2 unaccompanied miners. What, you don't have anything to tell me? So rude. People should just talk to me. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. In my entire life, I have run through everywhere in Ul'dah like 400 times, I swear. I did not know there was an entrance to the goblet here. No joke. Had no clue. None whatsoever. Like, what have I done with my life? Ha, you couldn't afford me. What? It's a sack of coin with your name on it, love. You couldn't afford me. Huh. Does that count as propositioning a minor? I didn't say that. What? I have a mind to drain a pint, so hurry and speak your business. She wants how many garnets? They don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad what fancies himself the next Franz the Fair ought to worry less about style and more about swordplay. Any road, I'll do my part to ensure the little guy gets bedecked in all the garnets he can afford. And if he dies in his first fight, well, at least he'll leave a pretty corpse. Wow. Oh, dark matter. Crooked Haft. Miners is as much about resting as it is working. That's to say, a hard day's labor demands a hard night's drinking. You hold your drink about as good as the Lala. Hey, man, I can hold my drink real well. Because it's water. And as we all know, by this body shape, Lalas retain water. In one hand and everything. Yeah, I don't have to deal with these guys, because I was never a legacy player. So, like, there's this whole big old building here. It's got, like, a Milvaneth Sacrarium and everything tag, but, like, nothing actually really happens here, does it? Except for you come to talk to this guy at one point, but... Dedicated to the worship of Nald, was extensively damaged during the calamity. Well, there we go, that explains it. Repairs continue even to this day to the great inconvenience of our adherents. I am Lalai, a thaumaturge of the Order. It is my charge to give guidance to those who visit our Milvaneth Sacrarium in search of it. Sadly, as you can very well see, we have to close our doors while repairs are underway, and as such we have had no visitors of late, and I find myself with a wealth of spare time. Makes sense, given his later use. As a servant of Nalthal, it saddens me that I've had to put aside my sacred duties for the nunts? For the nunts? What is that? I am, however, glad to be afforded the freedom to pursue my interests in the arcane. Somebody look up nunce. Nonce. If that's a real word. Lurking Leech. All these pretty people in their fancy clothes. Huh. The fanciest thing I've ever worn is this suit of mail, which is beginning to smell. The Weaver's Guild is this way, sir. Bibichua. I fancy myself a man of distinguishing taste, and I can tell you with all certainty that the quality of Ul'dah garments is unmatched. There are simply none finer. Redolent Rose is the master of the Weaver's Guild. His work is true genius. Bold yet delicate. Traditional yet innovative. There is none more fit for the job than he. Dude, this really is like the ritziest place in all of Ul'dah. Esdeline, Jellium. I once dreamed I was buying all the latest fashions of sun-silk tapestries, gowns of silk and gold-spun and ermine, but life has killed the dream I dreamed. That's all of us, dude. I can't wait to see what magnificent designs the weavers will produce next. Just look at the variety of fabrics at their disposal. Look at this variety. You have, some patterns. Oh! Is that for real? Okay. Good to know. Ethelwine. Ethelwine appears vexed by his work at the Weaver's Guild and is in need of a helping hand. Something in a cream? Oh, whatever shall I do? This dress. I just can't seem to finish it. Oh, the design is flawless. Absolutely flawless. Of that I have no doubt. But I simply cannot settle on a color for the life of me. Dang, Squeenix be dropping all kinds of, terms. How would you like to conduct a bit of field research for me? I'm dying to know what color the ladies of Ul'dah are wearing these days, especially in the Hustings Strip. And when you're finished, please call on Lusu at the Alchemist Guild. The woman is a wizard with dyes. Hey, we talked to her about that, didn't we? Have her cook up whatever color you find is most popular. Yellow Moon. Beer got me good, look at me. This hair, this outfit, they don't match at all. I look atrocious, what was I thinking? Oh, I can't let Better Snow see me like this. Maybe that last tunic was best after all. Or no, perhaps the blue? Bitter Snow is still waiting for me? But I haven't anything to wear. Oh, you poor dear. Like, I literally just told you. And you... That's it? That's it? That's the whole thing? Okay. Redolent Rose. Well, I mean, we'll come back to you eventually. Tataleji. Zazaleji. Juliana of the Weaver's Guild finds herself in a troubling loss for manpower. If it's work you seek, the Weaver's Guild welcomes you. Indeed, your timing is impeccable. A soiree is to be held with all of Ul'dah's elite in attendance. Once the invites went out, the orders came in, and that with a fury. Every lord and lady from Cape Deadwind to the Cinderfoot is demanding the latest fineries. I need hands, and I need them now, yet I cannot spare the time to go off in search of them. Would you care to aid us, friend? I ask no more than you welcome to our doors any willing souls you might find. Okay. Come, now, let us see how you fare. Show me your warmest welcome. So, handy-dandy little trick. If you, I'll actually probably be making a short of this. If you have a quest that has you do the welcome thing, you can say that you were, like, running from one to the next. You can activate auto-run after having typed your thing, and then, just activate it, and you'll see that emote was not done. You can skip it directly. And so some of these emotes are actually kind of long, and so if you just like type it, hit auto run and like double tap enter, you can skip right past it. It's pretty cool. Excellent. I dare say I would work for you myself. Now hurry up. We need those people. It's like we'll put that to the test. Here as we go do the welcomes. I know. Cool tricks. So we'll. Oh. So like we'll just go. Welcome. Immediately. The Weavers are recruiting. Finally, my chance to become a famous designer. And then click. Go up and. It just skips it. Working at the Weavers Guild? I thought I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I said I weren't interested. To whom might I go further? Inquire further? Yeah. Honestly, I don't even remember how I discovered that. But we're on our way to the next one. So the Weavers need help, do they? Sorry, friend. I'm all set for coin. And like, let's see how long this emote takes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 seconds, and this is a short one. But you could click on the emotes next to the quest nowadays, but this is quicker, honestly. There's also a button on the quest thingy. I mean, true, let's check that one out too. I appreciate the offer, but I must refuse. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stitching and whatnot. And whatnot. So like, Lurking Leech, I click on them, and then you can do, click on Welcome, right? Wait. What are you people talking? Oh, that's right, it's this little button. I forgot. Because I don't use it, because I use the handy-dandy method. And I tend to actually not look at the quest log that often. I just use it for quick reference. So Juliana, you returned! Well, how did you fare? 2 potential recruits, you say? Welcome news! I only hope their zeal for fashion will show in their efforts for the guild. What we do here may seem all silk and satin, to be sure, but the work within these walls is far from easy. In that, I suppose our trade is not unlike any other. True, I have weaved things, okay? It's hard. Until you actually kind of learn how it goes. But we don't talk about that. Did I? I did, okay. Wait, oh, right. Vox Populi... I gotta check these people want color... the most popular color of late, well, all the colors of their merits, of course, but if pressed, I'd have to say red. And then someone up the stairs. Tedeshan. Any color is perfectly fine for a dressy, silly thing, so long as it... yeah, because he's referring to how quickly someone should be able to change into their pajamas. Obviously. Practicality. Good grief. What color is in fashion? Well, I must say, I'm just back from Gridania, and I find there's a certain verve to a verdant livery. Green, you bloody idiot. Yeah! Pajamas, we'll just go with that. Bastard. Best color for a dress. Well, you know what they say. Once you go black, you never go back. Yeah, because black goes with everything. Right? Jeez, this game. Yellow. What fairer color than that in the name of the fairest maiden? Yellow moon. Oh, yellow moon, how my heart pines for you. Oh my goodness! Bitter Snow's got some competition. If Yellow Moon doesn't show up to Bitter Snow, Cordial Spider's gonna crawl over and, yup. Dude. The depth. I already got this one. Okay, so we need to ask, why am I not jogging? I should be jogging. Gotta ask Bobolan. Did we miss this person? There's never a shortage of white dresses on our Ul'dah ladies. Surely it is the most comfortable color to wear under this murderous sun. Look, a practical person! Bobolan. Just mentioning the treacherous heat causes fatigue, and my passion for alchemy is such that I often forget to sleep. Wait a minute. This person was not here earlier. I swear it. And now it's daytime. So he obviously went to sleep. So I have resolved to concoct a magical elixir, a potable that shall be imbue the imbiber with the energy of a bowl, red with the raking wage. Sleep be gone. You totally went to sleep. Don't even give me that. This person was not here either. Oh, okay. They must be here for the quest. Personally, I've always had a thing for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark... Okay. I can tell that you never take this thing off because you're blind. That is atrocious. No one should ever wear that as colors. Where's this last person? Okay. Good grief. What was it? He said, like, motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. No. Red ever and always, that is Ul'dah, my dear boy, where the sun beats on your back with fiery fists, and the sins and sand are hot and unforgiving and everywhere at once. Wow. We Ul'dahns live for our passions, and lust for life is surpassed only by our lust for lust. It is the truest thing I've ever read about Ul'dah. Man. You know, I get that, like, Limsa is, like, the degenerate place because of piracy and all, but, like, Ul'dah is under the surface, like, of what we actually experience and the kind of thing, or how we present it, like, so dirty. This is the real degen place. You're here on behalf of the Weavers Guild, are you not? Ethelwine said you'd be along. Well, what color is it to be, then? What is capitalism if not legal piracy? True that. Ul'dah is saucy. It sounds as though you have 2 votes for red, 1 vote for each for green, yellow, white, and black, 1 abstaining, and 1 vote for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. My memory is good. By no means a resounding victory, but I suppose red it shall be. I have some catalysts I've been saving for just such an occasion. Mark my words, I'm going to concoct the most vibrant red Ul'dah has ever seen. Alchemy may look arcane and esoteric to the uninitiated, but it is grounded in not science and experimentation. Indeed, I dare say it does more to advance culture and civilization than nigh any other discipline. Wow. Bold claim, like the color of the dye that you're making. Okay. Let's roll off to wherever the nearest completion is. I think I don't have Sapphire Avenue Exchange, so we'll have to go to the Weavers Guild. Weavers Guild will roll up to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange via the North Road. This is what's called the Pearl Lane. This was mentioned earlier. It's best you keep an eye on your purse. This is the ghetto, basically. The family ain't interested unless you got a business proposal, pal. Got it. Good. Now get out of here. Like, look how torn up this place is. And, like, we're not far from these rich other places. Just toss it in with the rest of the rubbish. Or do you want these? Like, it's all rubbish. And, like, people are poor. Alms for the poor. Aw. I'm like... You think someone stole it, don't you? I wouldn't put it past this lot. No one trusts anyone here. Please, my lord. I cannot even walk. Like, and this happens, just so we're clear, right here from the market. Like, everybody's got plenty, and then there's just nothing for these guys. No, none of these will do. They're all too old. And so, like, they won't even take them for work. Like, jeez, man. Rough. Ain't not for you here, but a knife in the gut. Medicine for the sick? Here, you poor guy. Take this thing that might kill you. And we're not fools, boy. We know full well what that guy wants to do. But we'll accept his medicine nonetheless. Look at us. Beggars can't be choosers. Might as well, or might be as it's a mere experiment to him. But to us, it's a matter of life and death. If we've got to choose between this guy's swill and nothing at all, is it really a choice? What else you got for me, Landibert? Landibert wishes to offer you a small token of his gratitude. Few come here by choice, and few are still bearing medicine. Your kindness shouldn't go unrewarded. This vase is important to us, but I want you to have it. It's just some old pottery, I know, but it might be valued by collectors of cultural artifacts. There are men who are willing to pay good coin for such objects. If you go to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, chances are you'll find one of them. Dude, I love how all these quests take you from one place to the next and show you the entire city. They did a good job in that. Don't go bringing any of that rabble in here. And then there's nothing. There's just nothing here. It's empty. It's as empty as these men's hope purses. Alright. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. And then there's the Etherite right here. Ethernet. Ethernet shard, sorry. You've attuned to all of them, so you can go to any place in the city. You can also go directly outside of the city. And you can also go to the airship landing, which is one thing that I did not notice for like the longest time. Alright. Cesaroga. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer. But of course, yes, I am Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach the ways of the marketplace? Very wise. As for my fee... What? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dah for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services. But the fact you offer nothing is laughable. Humble yourself. Humble yourself, boy. Oh, Mistress Modi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. Not likely. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have served as both literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of the maritime trade route between Vilbrand and Aldenar passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire to be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer. A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket. Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. To the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant, or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem, that is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Modi. Now off with you. Jeez. I always just kind of thought he was just kind of the guy who explained the markets and stuff. But he's like uppity, you know? Good grief. Let's head to the south real fast just to explore. Let's see what else is here. A lot of shops. This dude's handing out flyers for nothing. He does not want to tell me what it's for. And then we'll go per quest later. This heat is unbearable, and a man cannot work with his throat dry. He cannot. It is not possible. You have nothing to say, and you have nothing to say. So yeah, I've always thought this area was kind of dead, to be honest, and it is. There's just nothing. Let's see. We gotta talk to Sintgot. Welcome, welcome! What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today? Oh, so there's actually a use for him other than the other quest. Permit me to examine this vase of yours. I hope you did not spend too much coin on this trash. A flood of like items brought in by refugees has destroyed what demand existed once. The markets are fickle, my friend. If you lose sight of current trends, you stand to lose everything, as I once did. Market wards once bore my name, until fate and hubris reduced me to this. For your sake, I pray that you do not have to learn this lesson the same way I did. I would never have known that about this guy, to be honest. Interesting. Alright, what are you handing it? Okay. 4 found dead on Pearl Lane. Accident or foul play? Read it here. Is it skins or silks you seek? Let's see, what else we got? Alright, let's see. Retainers. Yo, I think we explored pretty much all of Ul'dah, except for like what people have to say in the quicksand itself. Adventurers Guild, that's the word I'm looking for. See what these dudes have to say. Actually, we did not go up the Ruby Road exchange either yet. Don't ever turn your back on a beastie here. I will show you that that is totally still manageable. You watch yourself now. 1,000 apologies, sir. For what? For what? Shall we begin then? As you command. You know, I've never talked to this guy. Or this gal. There we go. It's got Thancred's hair. And it's a femro. If I take this opportunity, will I miss out on a better one? It's also overwhelming. Maybe I should mull it over at the quicksand. Oh, that's right. Greatness is death or... Oh, shoot. Ah! Death or greatness is... Dang it, I don't know what that translates to. Greatness? Greatness is... That's not death. Because that's an A. Greatness is... Ah! I don't have my quick translation guide right now. I think that's D, though. I will find out what that translates to, because I'm curious. I think it's time I replace my tired old wand. And since we have the Alchemist Guild here in Ul'dah, I might even treat myself to one of those expensive custom-made ones. Watch yourself, adventurer. These people obsess over coin and ever scheme against their brethren. Even nature conspires against us here. The heat is unbearable, and the sand... The sand! It finds its way into every crack and crevasse. You got it, sweet cheeks. Full speed ahead. Apparently, he's been drinking a lot. Yo, these robes are not like starter robes. Like, who is this person? It's like fancy. No, they are starter robes. They're just dyed differently. Here we go again. You won't believe what I have planned for today. Another trip to the ruins. Have you tried any dishes at the quicksand? What do you do here? Oh, I just flit about the quicksand, attending to our guests' every need. I also help in the kitchens on occasion. No one makes buttered crumpets as buttery as I do, you know. Next time I whip up a batch, be sure to try one. Of course, you'd ought to try all of our dishes. Everything we serve is excellent. Why not a bite to eat and rest a spell? I promise you won't regret it. Why is it called the quicksand? Have a look around you. All manner of folk get caught in the lure of the quicksand. They gather here to meet and mingle with one another. Of course, the adventurers are less likely to linger long. Your kind is not lying like sand itself. The more tightly we try to hold on to you, the easier it is to slip through our fingers. Oh, I know all about your type. My husband used to be an adventurer, you know. Oh, he was quite a gallant hero way back when, but his days of daring do are but a distant memory now. Aye, and his strapping physique as well. Oh, probably because of your cooking. Alright, what do you got here? Sounds simple enough. What's in it for us? Cut the ropes to the bridge, send the beast plummeting, save the princess. Save the princess. Alright, and then we got to report to Momodi. But we gotta talk to Mem and Naro first. I've dined at many of Ul'dah's finer establishments, but none hold a candle to the quicksand. Somehow the ale tastes sweeter when drunk in her presence. Alright. Momodi, we're reporting back. How was your tour of the city, Eorzeon? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Ul'dah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, huh? Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Am I still alive? Okay, I had a different tab open. But I just got this message from a very unusual name, Guymancer. Guymancer Fimixen. I'm sorry to disturb you. I am no one suspicious. Just the average woodcutter, Limsa, who does not ask weird questions about my investigation. However, I must ask you that you might be followed by a Lalafell that could have ties to a certain Tatanino Hatanino. Would you be able to connect me with him? It's very strange. I don't, I don't know what to do. Dude. Is this a gold selling thing is what I asked. Who could this person be? I'm very confused. Very mysterious. Okay, Momodi of the Quicksand wants to introduce you to a certain someone at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, maybe it's perhaps time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you, name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in Central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall, and you'll see the Gate of Knowledge staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. Oh, I missed that one. I double-clicked. There's dangers beyond the wall, though, more than I care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack you if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Oh, is it gold you want? Unfortunately, all I can give you is a 103 gil, but I heard you got this amount after picking up 5 gil, so you might be the do-gooder that couldn't say no. Oh, goodness. You should use that 103 gil to send a dispatch to Hatanino. Alright, so our next goal... Oh! Hold up! There are quests! There are quests to be done! This guy, who had just said full steam ahead, Kekazani is shirking duty and could do with a wake-up call. And he'll give me pants. Sure, darling. You can come for a ride. We're not gonna linger on that one. Huh? Where am I? Who are you? And more importantly, where'd she go? Did my shift start already? Greatness is depth of pocket, it says. I'm exhausted anyway. Mind taking this to Giginasu at the dispatch yard outside the city? Oh my goodness! That's right where we're going. He'll probably give you some further trouble. And then this guy... Botulf finds himself at a loss after realizing the package he carries is not his own. Pray let me catch my breath. I went all the way to Scorpion Crossing for a package, but only just now I've realized I've returned with the wrong one. The way back is so far. Greatness is depth of pocket. Dude, good research there. I simply can't. Would you make the trip back in my stead? I'm sure some poor soul at the Scorpion Crossing is missing this package. I haven't the breath left to tell you the way. Go and see Minishu. Greatness is depth of pocket, which makes me wonder what the one at the Thaumaturge Guild says, because I think they have one too. Let's check out the Ruby Road Exchange real fast. See if there's anything cool happening here. And then Guymancer just told me, I tried, but that is where the rest of my money went to. Now all I have left is 103 gil. Sadly, it bore no fruit as the dispatcher decided to stay in service of Tatanino, and now I'm trying to connect to a Tataleyi. He might be helping me out if I lift him up with my strength. Dude, you're building an entire world and lore inside of another lore and world that we're exploring, and your level of creativity is very high. You're doing very well. What may appear to many as a pile of rags can sometimes turn out to be cloth of extraordinary value. It takes a trained eye of a merchant such as myself to judge the difference. And so he works for Rorich, who sells all kinds of things. which none of which I can afford. Although I could buy a Gizel greens or two. Hang on. Neo tunic. That's a newer item. It's just like a plain t-shirt, right? Oversized. I look like a cholo. But that was not too bad. Let's see if this guy's got anything to say. Oh, have I... This is the first time I remember seeing this guy. Or girl, whatever. I can never tell with Lala's. But, like, I don't recognize that at all. Shake it, ladies. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys say anything? No? I have the finest gems in all this fine town. Let's see. No, you got nothing to say? Hey, you, over here. Can I point out that this guy is probably super dejected from not having sales, probably spent his entire fortune on trying to set up this tiny little shop and won't even talk to a customer because he's just so depressed. Aww. And this is like the nice area. You got nothing to say, and then that's the airship, and then you can go places. But yeah, delivery Moogles over here. A 5th Astral Era copy of the Enchiridion! You won't find another outside the Holy See. If you want Tadaliji, you'll have to find him first. The hunt for the made-up character's made-up character begins. I will be hoping for updates, Guy Manser. Be sure to give us updates. Oh, Silver Nettle. What do you got, sir? Oi, Venturer, why not spend some of that hard-earned coin here at the markets? Go and treat yourself. You deserve it. He sounds like he's a paid recruiter or marketer. Oh, Peeps. With nothing to say. You got anything to say? You got anything? The city's alive once again. All hail the Sultana. I'm stuck in Limsa because I want to become a rogue first, but I think you have to complete the level 15 quest. Yeah. You have to... Well, technically you could just run places. I mean, you can get anywhere. Custom embroidery on all purchases. Like, you could literally just walk. One size fits all. What? One size fits all or half your money back. So if I'm dumb enough to buy this tall person's robe, they'll give me half my money back. Novelty gear. Oh, right, the best man's jacket, etc. Eorzeon looking stylish. Yeah. Eorzeon looking less stylish. Itinerant removal, work lever. Okay, I think these are all basic dudes, although I want to hear what Agnes and Rand have to say. I had no idea that the Platinum Mirage was such an exclusive establishment. They can afford to turn away the wealthy individuals. That they can afford to turn away wealthy individuals like myself speaks volumes. Wow. Can you walk to other cities if you haven't done the Envoy quest? I'm pretty sure, like, there's nothing really to stop you from going. I mean, do we want to find out? Can't say I care much for the ridiculous uniforms these blokes of the Hall of the Flames have to wear. If you fancy sporting the same blue duds, though, you could always enlist. They take everyone, even foreigners. Took down 3 opponents today, I did. How would you like to take down 1 more? And not a single scratch? Incredible! Yo! Where's my bonker? Bonk. You go to jail. Jeez. He welcomes me, but I can't go anywhere. I built. Blood, maiming, fun for you and for young and old. The gambling halls of the Platinum Mirage are an oasis of fortune, a glimmering silvery dream to which one cannot help be drawn. Beyond these doors are found fantastical amusements and thrilling games of chance to delight and entertain, assuming you are part of our exclusive membership. I regret to announce that the most privileged club is not currently open for applications, but don't lose heart. Hoard your go and pile your precious stones in preparation for that day when a position opens, and you, sir, might purchase the right to stride across the threshold into paradise itself. Yo, it would be cool to have some kind of actual, like, I don't know, you can gamble on outcomes are here, or you can participate in mini-games here. That'd be cool. I already talked to this guy, but Did you ever wonder why the Pugilist Guild is found next to the Platinum Lounge? The casino hires the members to watch over the elite clientele. That makes sense. But not to peep them. They are here to save the wealthy patrons, see to it that the wealthy patrons do not cheat the house. Interesting. Alright, I have explored just about everything I can in town, I think, for now. So I'm going to pop out into Central Thanalan, because that's where the MSQ takes me. I'll go to Western eventually. Central Thanalan. Alright, and then, you know, I don't know that I've actually ever really explored this section right outside the walls. There's two of them. It's the refugee area. And like, normally I just go and I kill stuff over there. Like, I'm curious. You lose something? All the sorry sods you see here lost them in the calamity, you know. Merchant stock destroyed, workshops burned down, mercenaries left with injuries no healer could undo. Children wandering in a daze, no parents around to take their hands. They all have their sob stories, but in Ul'dah, only the clink of gil gets heard, and so most of them end up selling all they got left, their homes and hearths. With no place to live, they drift away from the city and eventually find themselves in this place. All sorts of refugees here, friend, and not just from Ul'dah either. Dude, it is bleak. And be some fat merchant's slave? I'd rather starve. I hear patrons pay good money for live-in maids. How about me thigh muscles are right sore. How about you help loosen them up? How about I loosen... What was it? How did she clap back? How about I help loosen them teeth from that filthy gob of yours? Jeez. Brutal, and she deserves to be. True, if you stop and listen, it gets worse than I ever experienced it in MSQ. Yeah. So she's got nothing to do. She's clearly reading this book from, like, 5 feet away. She's got very good eyes. Have a look, good sir, you won't regret it. We have everything you didn't think you need. And what exactly does that entail? Bottles of probably booze and books. It's actually more than most of these people here have. And like, look at the dejection in that little Lala. He has the finest stuff out of anyone here. He's got like gold stuff, or at least gold plated, brass maybe, boxes ornate, like bottles of old stuff, and no one can buy it because no one's gonna come to this little rinky-dink shop in the back alley outside of the city wall. He would do fine if he were in the market, but he probably can't afford a stall. So hungry. Cough, cough. Like, yeah, I'd be sad too. Might you spare a coin? Jeez. It's rough. I could go kill those enemies, but what's on the other side that I've never explored? Don't try anything, or I'll skin you and throw you the... What? I'll throw the... Did I read that right? I'll skin you and throw the rest in our cook pots. You're gonna eat me if I break the law? Jeez. Some of Stone's throws extra special stew stir. If you call river water and rat pelts stew. Yeah, whatever do you have in that pot? It smells absolutely heavenly. If you call river water and rat pelts stew. Oh. What do you say, friend? 10 gil a pole. Apparently that guy's taking his pole. Please, my son, he hasn't eaten in 2 days. There's rat pelt stew over there. You can feed him, which is probably made from not real rats, but adventurers who broke the law. 20 gil and I'll do whatever you want. Oh. I gotta get away from here, it's depressing. Oh, I have abilities. Oh. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna move stuff around for a little bit. We're gonna keybind some better keys. hotbar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll go Q, E, R, F, and G. What? I don't remember my normal setup. Oh no! Lost connection to the stream. That's too bad. Okay, anyway, Fast Blade, Riot, Fight or Flight, Riot Blade. Does anyone remember that from the Gladiator video? 1, Fight or Flight, 2. It makes 0 difference here and now because I'm going to kill stuff in 2 hits. But it's good practice. Oh, that's right. 6 is T. Okay. So keybind. So hotbar, what I normally do is I have 6 slot as T. Then I go Q, E, R, F, G, and tilde. And then for hotbar 2, I do Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, Alt 4, Alt 5. Yep, I prefer Alt to the other ones. And then Alt T. And then Alt Q, Alt E, Alt R, Alt F, Alt G, and Alt tilde. We'll go with those for now. Move that over there. And then we'll go kill some stuff. Oh, I'm supposed to be using the fighter flight for practice. Alright, then we gotta do snapping shrews. I also need ladybugs, but I also needed marmots, right? I thought I did. Catch it. No, maybe not. I guess I already did. My keys are also different now. It's driving me nuts. But we're going to show things as they go. We're going to do this from a new player's perspective. We're going to turn transparency off. We're going to do map icons. We're going to go all the way out and then 1, 2 so that we get the names. And then we're going to lock so that when we hit escape, it doesn't go away. There's a lot of stuff I need to cover in like long-form videos still. Alright, total eclipse, that's my AoE. So I guess now it's also a good time to set up my cycling system for single target versus AoE. Even at this stage, just so that I can make sure that I'm using it. So, for macros, all we're going to do is we're going to just get rid of all these because we don't care. Delete, 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 delete. We're going to do a shared, do I already have one? I do not. Okay, so we'll do swap to AoE. We'll do a cycle button. Nope. Swap to AoE. Wait. V. Of my AoE hits? What? I'm so jealous of your AoE hits. Oh, because I'm a paladin. You don't have them. That means I need to have a hotkey that's on V. I can't even remember how I set up my hotbars, dudes. I know that there's a V for something. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it just V and then T, Q, E, R, F, G? I know it's these. Do I not have a 5th button? Crazy. That's crazy. Am I, like, stupid? We'll go with that, I guess. Is it all? No, I think I just do all 5. Anyway, so what this will do, edit the macro, is hotbar change 4, I think, and then swap to single. I know, it's time to pull my own videos. Like, bro. Hotbar change 1. This is why the videos are important, though. Good heavens. Swap to single, because, like, there is so much to do at the beginning. So total eclipse is now my 1 alt, and then I need fight or flight VR. Oh no, that's right. My setup is different than this. My setup is 2 bars next to each other, not on top of one another. I will change that at a later date, though. For now, this will work. Okay, so let's talk to Papa Sean. Better ingredients, better pizza. You certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi asked me to advise me to expect? I am Papa Sean, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I am truly no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Uldahns work together, doing all in our power to rebuild that which was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble effort of a great many souls. But there's still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I have some work suited to one of your ability. So, like, there are so many people who are working so hard to try to take care of people and refugees and getting supplies to places, and then you have this other side that is just focused on getting themselves to look nice and getting themselves in positions of power, and, like, the discrepancy in this city is just, it's everywhere. Papa John is a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. By the way, yeah, we're level 7, and we've killed a few enemies. It just so happens the number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They've long been away from shade and featherbeds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Oof! Alright. So we are approaching kind of a key moment. So I think after we go into the upcoming kind of boss fight, we'll be done with the stream for today. Kind of explored all of Ul'dah, kind of done some very basic HUD and macro setup. And then we'll start probably on the Saturday stream, going from there, doing a little bit more optimization and getting ourselves ready to tackle everything. I did not even read that. Has anyone seen Kekazani? Hey, what are you doing with that timetable? I've been looking all over for it. Got it from Kekazani, you say? Why, that useless drunk. I'll wager he was out again all night, chasing after skirts. That's it. The next time he misses a shift, I'm tying him to the tracks. And thanks for the pants. Recommended gear. Okay. Let's go find these guys for pretzels. I'm actually gonna head back. Do this guy first. Don't know why. I should be running, though. Don't tell Myth that I just clicked this button even though there's a hotkey. Otherwise I'll never hear the end of it. "12 saved me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me." A twilight pretzel. Don't mind if I do. Now that's a refreshing pretzel. I feel reborn. It's on my hotbar right now, is all I mean. There's not like a hotkey for it. But I do tend to get on Myth's case for clicking buttons, so now that I just clicked a button, we can never tell, ever. It's a refreshing pretzel on a hot night. I guess, even though pretzels are dry and salty. But it's okay. Halt, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. No, no worries, Freeze. There's no... not that I know of. Although, I'm going to do a little digging now, because I'm just going to be sure that I'm not talking out my butt, that there is no sprint hotkey. State your name and business. A Twilight pretzel from Papa Sean? Forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. Got him. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa Sean my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. I guess it could be a soft pretzel, and it would then be moist and delicious. And the punnery begins, even this early. We are about to be well punished throughout this game. Western front clear, Eastern front clear, which, you're facing, like, south, guy. If we were Vieira, it would be Bunnery, but we are Lalafels, so it's punnery. Potato punnery. Western front clear, Eastern front clear. You're not even looking at the right spot. For me, from Papa Sean, a Twilight pretzel. My favorite! How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. This is so dumb. And it says he's stern. Oh my goodness, this game is wild. Well, bun is a small bread. Ooh, that's like a double whammy wordplay right there. Because you have to, like, path from one thing to the other. Let's see what you have to say now. Giganasu, all clear to the right, all clear to the left. All clear of potential problems until the shipment from the black brush passes through, I should imagine. Oh, I don't know what that said, though. I would slip away for a swift sip of spirits were my supervisors not possessed of such incredibly inconvenient timing for their inspections. The wagons from Black Brush have yet to veer into view. Ah, would that I could wander into the watering hole for a pint of precious pale ale. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, Papa Sean, you've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Things have taken a serious turn. Yo! I got Rampart, and I have not even fought an instanced fight. Alright. Eorzeon, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan sworn. Papa Sean is in dire need of your assistance. Underneath the Sultan tree. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search, but alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start. Why would you? Your name is Papa Sean. But we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. So it sounds like a pretty big deal. This cannot happen, Eorzeon. It must not. I need you to help me find her. This person must be pretty important. Praise the 12, I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I always get that one wrong. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan tree. Good luck. Things are getting serious. Shall we away to our boss encounter? Potato parade. Going to save the young noble woman, who is apparently very important. Yo, Is this Gridania? Because that is a big old tree. Growing in this very deserted desert. Ha! Shortcut. Alright, let's rock this fight. Oh, Sultan Tree. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions, noted by these lights. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Special instances. Proceed. What are we gonna do?
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself!
I am. I'm showing myself. I'm right there.
As you command, O Lilira.
Oh. Apparently she was talking to this mysterious gentleman, whose name we have no idea.
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
This guy sounds, a lot more, not posh, kind of like arrogant at this stage. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
Harsh.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us.
Yeah. These are all the old voices, and you really tell with Alphino when we get there.
And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one that Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness.
Them capitalizing this here is kind of a hint, to be honest.
You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way.
Hey, at least
As
she
for
listened
you,
that time.
dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
I find it interesting how they talk too. I think they dropped this old grammar in the later expansions, right? Like, a lot of the wording is still, like, kind of old English style. They do kind of drop the accent and inflection a bit more. I mean, I think Alphino's voice actor is English, possibly, by his natural accent. So, I mean, he still sounds kind of fancy. But, like, Thancred will sound kind of more, kind of neutral. Yeah. Oh, okay, what are we gonna do? Well, I can tell you that I'm gonna do basically nothing against this guy. Oh, Flash! A skill I have not seen in a long time, and I don't really miss, to be honest. There's a lot of things from, like, back in the day that I don't miss. Like, TP. I just did not like TP. Felt kind of pointless. I get why they thematically had, like, Marauder do a cone AoE too, but I am kind of just glad that it's all just kind of the same in that regard. Stay close if you want me to heal you. Like, how am I even gonna get hurt? Fun on the samurai. Wait, fun on samurai on earlier levels. In and out. Which groups? Creep? Oh. Mob. Oh, that was tough. We're definitely under-leveled, and we barely pulled it through. Whew. He has the cone AoE and the circle AoE in his combo until like 60 or 70. Oh yeah. Kind of like what you're talking about, or kind of like what I was talking about with Marauder. You have to position yourself more with Samurai for a long time, yeah. And so right here at the introduction of the MSQ starting to take any kind of turn is where we see the first crystal. We don't really know anything about it. And it's on just this random, like, one tiny little enemy. It's very interesting. Because, like, this is something that stays with us and plays a big role kind of behind the scenes. And you get it from just this fight. Why is one random void scent carrying something that's pretty important? We'll have to find out and not skip scenes.
Hear, feel, think.
Pretty colors. Not skipping scenes might be the hardest part. Yes, actually, I am guilty of skipping so much. But that is exactly why I need to do this. Hey, we got a glow up.
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one.
She looks so small.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
That is an interesting explanation, having gone through the entire story.
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth.
I mean, I know they have to, like,
lay claim to them.
make changes and updates, but it seems very different. And just kidding, psych, she's not that tiny little crystal, she's that gigantic crystal.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
It's interesting seeing this too, because you see other warriors of light traveling off. So it's like, you're not the only of Heidelin's chosen. But it kind of acts as though you are through the game, you know?
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
I guess we'll have to see what those other warriors of light get up to.
Ah, coming around now.
Well, it was very nice of him to stick around with us. Even though he's supposed to probably be by her side. So she stuck around that whole time too.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream. No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt.
Yes, I always overdose on ether from things that kill.
Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal.
Sassy Thangred, yeah.
But of course, this changes everything.
It does kind of have that vibe.
Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once.
Didn't you just spare a whole ton of moments, like just chilling here with me?
I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
Wait, what? Bro! Bro! Bro!
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
Trusting, yeah, for sure. Like, you were the one, like, following behind her, making sure she was safe, and now you're just gonna hand her off to some dude who just happens to have fallen asleep after beating one monster?
As you
Sassy
wish,
Lala.
your impetuousness.
They bonded over fighting.
I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
Oh, cute. Thanks. Alright, so that was our first big fight, which means I think it's time for us to go report to Papa Sean, hit the town, go check in with our gladiator friends, and resume on another day. Off to Ul'dah! Come along, potatoes. Come along, spuds. I do like the way we run. It's a little adorable. Oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Ah, that's right. Never mess with the Eorzeon. You returned! You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papashan, you and the people of Ul'dah. It's that extra 1 inch of leg. That's the reason I won? Come on. No, it's pure talent. Please, you're... Oops, he was going to say something. You're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It's not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Interesting that the Sultan Sworn are the ones that are aiding this noblewoman, and not just the brass blades. I cannot thank you enough, Eorzeon. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Yes! Alas, this small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Yeah, well, okay. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder? I see you met Thancred. No doubt in his mind. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. Which, he's actually not harmless, he's very dangerous. As for you, Eorzeon, you're just the sort of adventure we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. Dude, and we are level 9. I'm gonna roll up into... Oh wait, there's a main story quest right here. So may as well activate it. Cicidoa needs a reliable adventurer to deliver a gift to the coffin. Oh, so I guess we'll be going up to the Aetheryte area in Central Thanalan instead of town to log out. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to pay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of the coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particular... This is alliteration, or consonants, or whatever. Alliteration, I think. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Nice. And me as a potato. Alas, I cannot part this... There's more. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanoa mines, for which I wait, is late. I should prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. If I know it's coming, I can alliterate just fine, but I was not expecting it. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. In fact, I wrote a thing. I think I'll post it in the Discord. I wrote a thing for alliteration. It's 260 words, because that's 26 times 10, and it is all alliteration. Gagari, if Cicidoa doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to the coffer and coffin, correct? It's beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where the local laborers lounge. They are throwing in tons of, like, just 3-4 word alliterations. Yaja needs help thinning out the snipping shrew population. Okay. Thanalan has ever been a barren region. Believe me when I say it takes no small amount of effort to make crops grow here. We've even introduced earthworms to the soil in order to enrich it. Alas, they've been nigh eradicated by snipping shrews, burrowing critters native to these parts. Unless we save the earthworms, this entire plot won't yield so much as a single pumpkin next harvest. Won't you help us by thinning out the shrew population? The Shrew Hills should be the best place to start. That is quite sensible. Oh, that dude's still alive? Dang. There we go. We get all our shroot. Oh wait, we gotta go report to Eorzea. Thank you, friend. You truly are the champion of earthworms. Oh, that's a title I want. Now we can look forward to the plentiful harvest of pumpkins. I wonder which ones will grace the Sultana's plate. Oh, there's more? Eorzea can point you in the direction of work. An idle adventure is a sorry sight. I've no need of assistance at the moment, but perhaps someone at the Coffer and Coffin wants for a helping hand. Wawobaru, the resident chef, comes to mind. The man is obsessed with inventing new dishes, and I hear his current fascination is fish. If you were to donate some for his cause, I'm sure he'd be grateful. Now, I'm a simple farmer and don't know much about fish, but I do know what I like, and I like Orobon. You won't find a more succulent fish in these parts, I tell you. If you have the mind to give some fish to Wawobaru, I can wholeheartedly recommend fatty Orobon. 4 slices or so should be enough for him to experiment with. You know, if appearances are anything to gauge the taste of the fish by, then they probably aren't that good. Actually, quick pit stop at this place to see what anybody has to say. Because I've only ever come here to do the fate, and that was like one time. And these two are just talking, but not to me. I don't pay you to rest, boy. Back on your feet. I came as quickly as I could, sir. Memenugu. Those peddlers of Ul'dah would demand the entire contents of your purse for one maggot-filled loaf of bread. Thus, some adventuring colleagues and I decided to save our guild up and set up a camp outside the city. You share our profession, yes? If you should learn anything of well-paying, or learn of any well-paying, low-risk jobs, we could certainly use extra coin. I ain't been so hungry since yesterday. Well, that's amazing. Die, fiery fiend. If only all your victims were this stationary. Brutal. And then you've got this fate here with Grishild the Ungood, who you can talk? No, can't talk to. I'm not gonna... Nah, I don't want to start the fate, but yeah. Unless... Do we want to do the fate? For... Okay, we're doing the fate! She's all yours, friend. If you think you can do better, I invite you to try. So basically, she's just out there challenging people. And that's it. I don't have Iron Will yet, so this is going to be an enmity battle. And you're probably going to win it. You have the DPS on your side. Although, this is going very quickly. Yeah. I guess in the name of exploration, anything is fair game. Oh, I didn't see this guy. You got any work? I'm quite handy with an axe. Then you should go be a marauder in Limsa. Alright. Grab some feet. The challenge was do everything. I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna like make a tracker for like, have I done every fate in every fate imaginable and things like that, but yeah, I'm gonna explore as much as I can. The day the calamity visited doom upon Eorzea, I expected nothing less than the day end of existence. Yet Ul'dah once more bustles with business, as it did before. And here we stand, serenely casting lines into worry-free waters. Was that terrifying event not more than a nightmare? It's a fair point, except he's the only one that's carefree. Everybody else seems to have troubles. Alright. It is 12:30 my time. So we've been going for 2.5 hours. May as well hit this fate while we're at it. Look at this brave soul protecting us poor potatoes. Our hero. Man, I could not type that one. Terrible. Alright, in we go. Although, so I think I will probably come to the Coffer and Coffin after, or when I start the next segment, because that kind of starts a whole new thing. There is, I believe, a rest stop up here, which should work in conjunction with the Road to 90. So let me come see, and then attune to the Aetheryte here. Okay, yes, this is a rest spot. So I think we'll call that good as having explored Ul'dah and its surrounding environments, doing some main story quest, and kind of ending right after an important point. I think next time I'm on, I'll start working on things like hotbar optimization, HUD optimization, and working on kind of burning our way through the MSQ, and of course exploring everything as we go. I think that'll about do it. So, thanks for joining me today. If you can make it next time, great. If not, that's no big deal. This is a no pressure kind of thing, but it's always fun to have you. So, say goodbye.